without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
And a good evening, everyone. Welcome to Iowa Wolves action here on Facebook Live, presented by Mercy Live Up. John McDermott alongside Tony Etzeni. Live here at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. NBA G League Friday night action here as the Iowa Wolves take on the Sioux Falls Skyforce. As both teams breaking huddle here, starters have been introduced. And let's give you those starters real quick before we get tipped off here. For the Iowa Energy, it'll be Anthony Brown and Mello Trimble in the backcourt. Michael Bryson and Sean Williams in the front court at the forward spots. And Emil Jefferson, the starting center for the Iowa Wolves tonight. Ike Wamu and Larry Drew, Rodney Pryor, Alonzo G, and Jimmy Taylor, the five starters for the Skyforce from Sioux Falls. The head coach of the Skyforce, Nevada Smith, and his assistant coaches, Anthony Carter and Kasib Powell, the head coach for the Iowa Wolves. Scott Roth, assisted by Charlie Bell, Kevin Burleson, and Ryan Marchand. And our officials tonight, Tony, C.J. Washington, the crew chief, Andy Nagy, and Ruan Sassano, the other two officials that will be helping out crew chief C.J. Washington.
And it's Iowa Wolves hoops for a cure night. Mercy Cancer Center promoting that tonight. We'll talk about that throughout the night as the Wolves try to continue this hot streak on top of the division. And one of those teams in the division are these Skyforce. So let's see what the Wolves can do as they come in at 11-9 on the season, and 9 of their last 10, including a 6-game winning streak, while Sioux Falls won their last game but are 10-13, just 2.5 out though from the top spot.
On Iowa, like you said, the hottest team in the G League right now. They've won 9 of 10 and 6 straight. A lot of those coming here on their home floor at Wells Fargo. One more here at home, and then the next 5 either on the road or on neutral courts at the Showcase, which is coming up here in just a little over a week.
And the hottest team in the league has won 7 in a row. That's the Raptors, 905, and they're tied for last with Maine in that Atlantic Division, while the Wolves here in the course of the Midwest Division, the 6th Division champions, along with 3 at large, will qualify for the NBA G League postseason.
So we get underway, and Iowa controls the tap, and it's Mello Trimble across the timeline. Wamu meets him. Yeah, he'll look to the left wing for Sean Williams. Now it's Emil Jefferson with it. Anthony Brown, who had 10 threes in the last game. Here's Williams for 3 from the left wing. That's off the mark. And a rebound for Ike Wamu. Right side they go for Drew. Drew on a little hesitation dribble. Now a step-back jumper, and that shot is up and good.
Both teams playing a little shorthanded tonight, both with 8 on the active roster. The Wolves without Elijah Millsap and Perry Jones due to injury. Derek Jones Jr., Derek Walton Jr., Kadeem Jack, Jerron Johnson, and A.J. Hammond's not part of the Sioux Falls Skyforce tonight.
Here's Anthony Brown with a jump shot off the back of the iron, no good. Up ahead comes Rodney Pryor. Now they swing it around. Wamu has it on the right wing. And he'll give it off for Alonzo G. Inside they go. And a little spin move. Left-hand shot along the baseline. No good by Jimmy Taylor.
Nice contest by Emil on that one.
There's Mello on the hesitation. Has it baseline. Now Iowa will kind of spread things back out. And inside they go for Emil Jefferson. And he'll shoot the baseline jumper. That shot up, no good. So Iowa 0 for 3 to start the ball game.
You know, I don't know how many first quarters we've won all season long anyway. Even during the streak, seems like we come out a little slow.
Jump shot by G is off the mark. So it's a 2-0 Skyforce lead here early on. Nearly 2 minutes gone by. Both teams starting a little chilly here on a chilly winter night in Des Moines. Wraparound pass for Jefferson, poked away, but Emil gets it back. Kicks to the corner. Bryson's 3 up, no good. So the seal has not been broken yet.
No.
Pull-up 3 by Pryor, and that one's good. It's a 5-0 Skyforce lead.
Anthony got there a little too late, Anthony Brown, and Pryor had his mind set when he got to the top of that right side of that circle to take that shot. Oh, boy.
And
little movement.
Williams picks up an offensive foul and a ball screen out front.
Yeah, he knew it. He kind of leaned that shoulder out, knew he didn't get quite enough of his body set there to set that pick, and official Johnny on the spot for that call.
Well, 2 minutes and 14 seconds gone by, and Iowa is still scoreless. It's a 5-0 Skyforce lead. Sioux Falls comes into this one 10-13 on the season. Not a lot separating the teams in the Midwest Division, Tony.
No.
All of them been hovering around that 500 mark for a while.
Yeah, 2.5 games separate top to bottom with the Wolves at 11-9, or 3.5 games. Memphis is in last at 10-15, 3.5 back.
So Drew triggers in, gets it right back. Now Drew operates on the right baseline. Up top it goes for G. And it's going to be a long one by Wamu. That one off the mark, no good.
Everybody looks like they're enjoying the 3-ball right now and not much success with it on either side.
Trimble hesitates, drives, kicks to Bryson. Bryson puts it on the floor, over to Brown, his 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Williams right there, has it sent back. Kick out Trimble, wide open 3-ball. That one off the mark.
Wow, nothing falling.
So I believe that's 0 for 7 now from the field for the Iowa Wolves.
We've gotten good looks, rimming it out.
Second chance opportunities, none of them falling right now.
Anthony Brown coming off that 10 of 14 performance from 3, 35 game-high points last time.
Drew over to Wamu. Drew gets it back. Shot fake, got his man in the air. Now kicks to the corner. Pryor's jumper is good. It's 8-0.
Pryor's in the scoring right now with 6 on 2 3-pointers for the Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Williams catches, shoots a 3, off the mark. Does it have anything to do with the fact that they normally go the other way?
I don't know.
First half of the game.
Wow.
Another 3 and a timeout called. It's 11-0 Skyforce. We'll take a break. 8:27 to go here in the quarter. Iowa still scoreless. They trail by 11 to Sioux Falls here. More Wolves basketball after this break.
Here, in this league, we're not okay with strong. We go stronger. We don't settle for fast. We go faster. We don't want next. We want next level. Here, we go all out. Because we're all in. This is our league. And here, we don't go for good. We go for great.
ScootersCoffee.com. Scooters Coffee is rooted in quality and serves world-class coffee. They only roast the top 10% of specialty coffee beans in the world. Visit Scooters Coffee at one of their various Des Moines metro locations or look for them online and their complete menu as well at ScootersCoffee.com. Again, that's ScootersCoffee.com. You'll find amazing people, amazing drinks, all amazingly fast. It's Scooters Coffee, ScootersCoffee.com.
Play NBA G League Fantasy now to win weekly and grand prizes, like a trip to NBA All-Star Weekend for free at NBAGleague.com/fantasy.
Well, back here at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, John McDermott, Tony Etseni, courtside here. As Tony, you were handed the official NBA G League official scorers report at first quarter, 8:27 mark, and you had a good chuckle. What was so funny?
When you see 0 for 8, you just go, wow. Not the start you expected the way the Wolves have been playing, and everybody's had a part in it. Just can't find it. 0 for 5 from 3. While Rodney Pryor, 2 out of 2 on his shots, both from three-point land, leading the way with 6. And Wamu with a three-pointer just before that timeout to give him 3 points in this quick 11-0 start by the Skyforce.
So it'll be Iowa basketball out of the dead ball timeout, called by head coach Scott Roth a bit early.
By the way, the staff at Mercy Center dedicated to providing skilled and personalized care, treating patients and families with respect and compassion at every step of their journey. Mercy Cancer Center has locations in downtown Des Moines and in Clive, so patients can choose the location most convenient to them. On this Cancer Iowa Wolves Hoops for a Cure game with Mercy, our proud sponsor.
Anthony Brown picks up the dribble inside. They look for Bryson. Now it's Emil Jefferson. 3 on the shot clock. Trimble will fire a 3-ball. That one off the mark. And Jefferson up high to get it. Kicks it back out for Anthony Brown. Over to Trimble. Extra pass. 3 on the way is good.
Yeah, and the crowd that says, wow, they can shoot.
It's the law of averages, Tony.
Yes, it is.
Don't panic. Here's another steal. Jefferson looks to drive it down the right side. Kicks back for Trimble. Mello gives it off for Williams. Corner for Bryson, and Bryson going to be whistled for a travel.
A little shake and bake move, and took a step before he got that ball down. So The turnover there, Bryson was a little too fast, and fast signs are more than fast, they're more than signs. Visit fastsigns.com or find them at 1791 Northwest 86th Street in Clyde, proud sponsors of Iowa Wolves basketball.
So left side it goes for Rodney Pryor. He's got 6 early points. Shot up off the rim, no good, but Taylor right there to flush it through. Jefferson just mistimed the jump. So a 13-3 lead here for Sioux Falls early on.
Yeah, ball took a couple hops off that rim, and Emil just couldn't ring it in.
And Trimble lost the handle, and they're going to let Iowa hold on to it. And I think Alonzo G has a point. I do not think he touched that basketball, Tony, but Iowa gets to keep it. Bryson has it on the right wing. Now backs the dribble out. Top of the key it goes Williams. Left side for Mello. Not a lot of offense here. 3 on the shot clock. Mello into the paint and shot up, blocked away. Drew quickly the other way, and then it's a kick out of bounds by Alonzo G.
And G went to put the dribble down, and his foot was right there in the way almost. So
that was kind of a bizarre looking play.
Another turnover by the Skyforce here to kind of help the Wolves maybe cut this deficit now, this slow start.
There's Jefferson flashing to the high post. Now they look at Anthony Brown. Brown's going to work, now fading away left side. That one arcs through the bottom of the net.
You know, and you gotta think too, these starting 5 tonight, 2 pieces missing with Perry Jones and Millsap. They've gotten kind of used to each other, so they may need to adjust a little bit here in this early part of the game as Sean Williams snaps one away and knocks her back.
Well, beautiful block and then able to control it. And now Jefferson puts it on the floor. Jefferson fouled on his way to the basket.
And that thing we needs another injury here as Jefferson's kind of nursing that left knee a little bit. He's going to get up okay.
Gets up quick, but boy, he's favoring that left leg a little bit.
Justin Patton set the check in, and usually that means Emil's coming out anyway, so.
Problem is, Emil's shooting 2 free throws here.
Emil coming off a 24-point, 18-rebound performance in his last game. We've kind of gotten used to it. I mean, he is a double-double machine. He already has a couple of rebounds and looking for his second point from the free throw line here.
So Jefferson at the line for a pair, knocks down the first. The second one is on the way and good. So they've cut it to 6, Tony.
Yep, that 13-7.
11-0
starts kind of getting away, back to within 6 now.
There's Drew, nice pullback dribble, 3 on the way, off the mark, no good. And Bryson high up for the rebound, but
well, that's a walk, up and down, no call, and they give it to Iowa anyway. But a couple of things didn't go very well that time, but the Wolves end up with the basketball.
Iowa fortunate because Pryor had it in close after coming up with the loose ball.
You can see the fans right in front of the basket there. Knew he went up, came down, and then went right to the basket. So
Trimble gets a ball screen on the left wing. Now Mello looks to drive it, gets into the paint. And a lot of contact there, and he just banks it in like it was nothing.
Trimble to 5 early points for the Wolves, and it's down to 4 now.
I like the fact that Mello just played right through that. He didn't complain that he wanted to foul, just keep playing.
I think he's gotten used to all that contact.
There's a long rebound off the 3, and blocking foul and the bucket for Pryor. He's going to have a chance at a 3-point play.
I'd like to see the replay. I don't think Bryson maybe got there in time, but there was definitely a lean into Bryson, too, at the same time. I thought it was more of a no call, if anything. But
well, here you see Drew gives it off. Well, this is Pryor's miss, gets his own rebound, and then
couldn't tell from that angle, but a lot of contact.
Could have been a no call, really.
Yeah, I thought both guys.
If Tremble's was a no call on the other end, I think that should have been a no call as well. Here's Mello again on the drive. Gives it off for Patton, and he's fouled. That's going to be the second foul of the first quarter here on Jimmy Taylor. So 16-9, the Skyforce leading it, but Justin Patton on his first trip down the floor offensively is going to step to the free throw line.
Again, for the Wolves out there, fans listening, Perry Jones, an injured ankle. Elijah Millsap still nursing an injured shoulder, so they will not be playing tonight. The other way, injury on the thumb for Jerron Johnson for the Skyforce. And there's some other guys missing here tonight as well. So both teams with 8 guys that could be active for play tonight. So foul trouble could come into play, but right now we're quite a ways away from that.
And Patton makes 1 of 2. The second one falls, so it's a 6-point lead for the Skyforce as Wes Washburn set to check in at the next dead ball. Here's Drew on the drive. Kicks it to the corner. 3 on the way. Shot up, no good. Alonzo G couldn't convert from distance. They go right inside for Patton. He faces up, fires the 16-foot baseline jumper and knocks it down.
7-1 guy that can hit that face-up jumper. I'd like to see that game improve in the paint, and then sky's the limit for him.
He's a good mid-range shooter.
Yes.
Just got to be in that rhythm. Here's Namu. Off for Drew. Now it's G driving it hard to the basket, and G is fouled. Count the bucket and the foul. That's a strong move there by Alonzo G. A lot of time in the NBA for Mr. G.
Bryson checks out. Washburn, as you said, checking in. Mid-American Energy, they can help you recycle old working fridges, room air conditioners, and freezers. For more energy-saving tips, we ask you to visit midamericanenergy.com, another proud sponsor of Iowa Wolves basketball. We thank you for listening out there, Skyforce and Wolves fans on Facebook Live.
And Melo Trimble had it knocked away, and they say off his leg, out of bounds. Wamu with good defense down the right side of the lane there. So back the other way we go. Larry Drew across the timeline for the Skyforce. Drew hesitates, drives under the basket along the baseline. Back for Wamu. Now Tony Mitchell has it. Mitchell on a step back, 3 on the way. Front rim, not even front rim, air ball. Don't give Tony too much motivation. The guy can just flat out score. He's a G League or a D League, if you go back to the past years, champion. And now Trimble lost it, gives it off Patton, got it back.
Boy, soft hands there for Patton because that ball was knocked away, back in his hands, and still able to control, kept it above his head and lay it in.
19-14. Wamu, straightaway 3 ball, off the mark. Patton for the long rebound.
The Wolves could get as close as they've been since down 11-0 to start this ball game.
Trimble pulls up, got it, 16-footer. Iowa's starting to look more comfortable offensively right now.
7 points for Trimble, 5 for Patton to lead the way for the Wolves, and 5 rebounds for Mr. Sean Williams. And that's a jump ball.
How that's not something.
But Iowa ends up with
It's
it
going to be
anyway.
Iowa basketball. I thought Coach Roth might have. Drew just got a little out of control there and lost the handle.
Right now, Pryor with that fast start for Sioux Falls is 9 points. And
well, Wes Washburn into the ball game for Melo Trimble.
3 here could tie it already, John.
Hard to believe the way they started, down 11-0 and 13-3. Patton faces up, knocks down the jump shot.
And a look of disgust on the face of Tony Mitchell after that shot.
And a timeout called. So each coach is taking a timeout. It's a 1-point ball game, 19-18. Sioux Falls leading Iowa here. More Wolves basketball after this break.
Match anyone's price, beat anybody's service.
I got this one. Welcome to Archer Home Center. Let me show you around.
Flooring?
Price match.
Appliances?
Price match.
TVs?
Price match.
And even mattresses too?
Price match.
At Archer Home Center, we have a huge selection of TVs, appliances, flooring, and mattresses. Plus, we meet or match all box store prices every day.
Archer Home Center.
Because when you really want to be there, but you can't. At Cognizant, we're helping today's leading media companies create more immersive ways to experience entertainment with new digital systems and technologies. Get ready, because we're helping leading companies see it and see it through with digital.
Follow the latest NBA prospects with the NBA G League app. With custom news feeds, highlights, and more, it's all you need to keep up with the game. Download for free from the App Store.
Well, back here at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Sioux Falls leading the Iowa Wolves 19-18. And Tony, this score sheet looks a little better than the last one we were given about 3 minutes into the ball game.
In fact, it looks dead even. Both teams shooting 38.9% from the field. Both teams 7 of 18 from the field. The Skyforce with 2 3-pointers more than the Wolves. The Wolves with a free throw more, and that's why the 1 point difference right now, 19-18. 7 points for Mello Trimble and Justin Patton, and 9 points for Rodney Pryor for the Skyforce leading the way. So good start to this one. After a slow start, 11-0, the Wolves are now within 1. Let's see what they do on the defensive side as the Skyforce bring it up.
And Washburn knocked it away from WAMU. He and WAMU getting after one another. Here's Tony Mitchell trying another 3-ball. That one off the mark. And Anthony Brown high for the rebound.
And here's the first chance for the lead for the Wolves tonight.
This WAMU and Washburn matchup is going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, they're tough. They're
2
physical.
of the toughest on-the-ball defenders in the league. Here's Washburn.
Oh, nice
pass to Patton. I'm surprised. I mean, Patton was that's part of that chemistry thing. 2 weeks ago, that ball goes out of bounds. Yeah. But Patton ready for it and alertly got it up on the rim. But they're going to say a side out. That's just team foul number 3 for the Skyforce here in the quarter. Washburn gets it from Anthony Brown. Up top it goes for Bryson. Inside they go for Patton. Patton on the spin move. Patton is fouled by Mitchell. And there's a size mismatch there, especially with those 2 personal fouls by Jimmy Taylor.
And this is not one of the bigger teams in the league right now with the guys they have here tonight for the Skyforce. This is usually you can see a lot of matchup problems at times, but tonight the Wolves, as far as the inside game, should have a little bit of an advantage throughout the night. Keep it up with all things Wolves, and that includes game schedules, special ticket offers and promotions, team news, and a whole lot more. It's all at iawolves.com. And as always, Budweiser is the MVP of beers. This Bud is for you, all Iowa Wolves fans listening tonight, and we salute you Skyforce fans also off Facebook Live.
Well, Justin Patton making an impact here in the first quarter off the bench. He's got 9 points so far. Here's G with it. Hold it back. Now off for WAMU. His 3 straight away on the way. No good. Marquise Moore with a rebound.
Marquise going to get a lot more playing time. And when he's come in, they've been quality minutes, John. And then as soon as I say that, he almost turns it over.
Great play, but Iowa gets it back. And Moore right down Main Street through the center of the lane with the layup.
Credit to Patton, though, identifying Moore streaking through. Nice pass.
Mitchell on the attack, lost the handle. And boy, I'm not sure how that's Sioux Falls basketball. But it will be. They'll trigger it in baseline left, and Tony Mitchell to trigger it in for Sioux Falls. Iowa leading at 22-19, and there's another poke away, and I think there we go. Marquise finally picks it up. And he got away with a walk, but Anthony Brown with the left-hand layup lays it up and in.
11-0. It's now a 24-8 run by the Wolves to grab this lead at 5.
Unbelievable that this was an 11-point lead for Sioux Falls. Iowa, since Patton has come in, has just dominated this game. And
good play by Patton again.
They are letting them play on the defensive end both ways. Skip pass for Moore. Marquise spins into the lane. Gives it off for Anthony Brown. Now Anthony barking out some signals, gets it over to Washburn. I think they want to go inside. A little high-low action, but Brown threw it away. Good defense there by Mitchell.
Didn't really get that high enough for Patton to get to it. Defender was able to reach.
Oh, boy, Mitchell right by Patton, and Patton swung at him to try and knock the ball away or maybe take the foul. Instead, Mitchell gets the bucket and the foul.
That's a time when you say, you know what, I've been beat. You just let him have the 2. You don't give him the and 1. Patton picking up his 2nd personal foul on that. Really ill-advised foul that time.
Well, both teams have mismatches on the offensive end with these lineups on the floor, and especially with Tony Mitchell matched up with Justin Patton. But the Wolves lead it by 2, 24-22. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Washburn, pull-up 18-footer. Good. Wes Washburn with the pretty left-hand jumper.
He got in there where he was comfortable, and nobody came to face him.
Here's Alonzo G. Through the double team, off for Mitchell. Jump shot on the way is good.
Can't leave Mitchell that open.
He's got a very short memory.
Yeah.
He will shoot with confidence no matter what. Here's Washman again into the paint. Gives it off for Marquise Moore. Patton at the free throw line knocks down the jump shot.
By far the best quarter of action period for Patton this season. Wow.
He just continues to improve, and that's why he's here. On assignment from Minnesota. Played some really good minutes here the last few ball games.
It's 0.3 seconds differential from the shot and game clock, so Skyforce going for the last one here.
Mitchell, pull up three. Short, no good. Marquise Moore with another rebound. 5 seconds to go. Moore's got to drive it, and he does. They got a foul to give. Marquise Moore at the rim. Can't finish. Marquise Moore hits the deck. Thought he was fouled. No call. That's the end of the first quarter. Iowa Wolves 28. The Sioux Falls Skyforce 24. More Wolves basketball after this break.
There's a reason this season can't come soon enough. Why NBA history is always being rewritten. And why this game is about more than just basketball. There's a reason this fall is going to be hotter than the summer. Why 2 seconds can feel like an eternity. And why any city can become the center of the universe.
Look at this, we got fancy graphics, we got a sponsor.
Welcome to NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and this is Rewind. We're going to shine the light on some of the best plays in the NBA G League so far this season.
4 on the game clock. Fades away from 3 and rattles out. Willis, the putback is good. And the drive. Have an opening night win.
Derrick Jones Jr. spinning in the lane. Jam time for airplane mode.
Looking for an open man, has to hurry, finds Doyle. Doyle, floater at the buzzer is good! Milton Doyle, the Chicagoan, the Nets storm the floor!
It's the screen from Damian Jones. Oh my! Damian with the emphatic finish.
Summers feeds down. A big right-handed jam there from Cameron Oliver. My goodness. The Magic have it. Left wing, caught, 2 seconds left, into the corner, Purvis, the 3 for the win, yes! Yes, the Magic win!
Thanks for watching NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington. See you next time.
So back here for the start of the second quarter. It'll be Skyforce basketball out of the quarter break. Drew will bring it across the timeline. Couple of substitutions. Matt Williams Jr., who lets a 3 go right off the gate into the ballgame for the Skyforce. Shot no good, and the rebound for Jefferson.
Skyforce shot 39% in the opening quarter. The Wolves 48%, led by Justin Patton, where the Wolves was 11, and Rodney Pryor leading the way for the Skyforce with 9 points.
AB, Anthony Brown, got his man in the air, fouled on his jump shot, so he will go to the line to shoot 2.
Again, this is the Iowa Wolves Hoops for a Cure game. They'll be auctioning off the jerseys tonight to help raise money for cancer survivors and Mercy Cancer Centers. They offer the most advanced treatment tools available, including our new True Beam Linear Accelerator, which allows patients to be treated in roughly half the time as conventional treatments. So check it out. Mercy, live up.
There you see the replay there. Anthony Brown drawing the personal foul. Knocked down the first of 2 free throws. Second one on the way. That one off the mark, no good. So a 5-point lead now for the Wolves. Just underway here, second quarter at Wells Fargo Arena. Here's Bradley. Bradley on a 3 ball. Shot up off the mark. Rebound, Michael Bryson. Left side they go for Anthony Brown. And he's going to back down the defender. That's Williams Jr. Kicks it over to a wide open Wes Washman. 3 in and out, no good. That's good pass to the open shooter. Yeah. Just didn't knock down the 3. And Williams Jr. on the drive kicks to a corner. And Drew with the pull-up. His shot no good.
Good team defense that time, though. Everybody reacted to the man with the ball.
Marquise Moore, left side with it. Top of the key for Anthony Brown. Brown
Wow, they're just letting him get physical tonight.
He has it
on
knocked
both sides.
away. It'll stay with Iowa. Sean Williams will check back in.
Anthony's just a...
Boy, what about
how long he's on the floor?
His last game was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah. There weren't many heat checks. It was just heat all night long.
Here's Washman, rather. Catches, shoots, and knocks one down along the baseline out of the inbound.
And the once 11-point lead to start the game for the Skyforce, they found themselves upside down by 7.
And another missed shot. A no-pass shot by Larry Drew III off the mark.
And Emil Jefferson with his 5th rebound already in the first half.
Jefferson tries his hand at a little 17-foot set shot. Can't get it to fall. Now Tony Mitchell. Left side it goes for Williams Jr. Williams will fire. Shot up off the mark. Boy, it's been a while since they've hit a jump shot.
Yeah.
Washman goes around a ball screen by Sean Williams. Williams with a nice ball fake, gets space and knocks down the 3 ball.
That's good teamwork there. Sean Williams, though, created that space with that head and shoulder fake, and his man fell off, and we got a timeout again.
Timeout on the floor. 9:53 to go here in the first half. 34-24, Wolves by 10 over the Skyforce. More Iowa Wolves basketball after this break.
Here, in this league, we're not okay with strong. We go stronger. We don't settle for fast. We go faster. We don't want next. We want next level. Here, we go all out. Because we're all in. This is our league. And here, we don't go for good. We go for great.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and big. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
Play NBA G League Fantasy now to win weekly and grand prizes, like a trip to NBA All-Star Weekend for free at NBAGleague.com/fantasy.
Back here at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, John McDermott, Tony Atseni, 9:53 to go. 34-24, Tony. The Iowa Wolves have flipped the script here on the Sioux Falls Skyforce. It was an 11-point lead, 11-0. Sioux Falls was in front early on, but Iowa's really kind of settled in here.
Look at the plus-minus minutes off the bench. Justin Patton, 10. Wes Washman, 17. Marquise Moore, 13+. And they've turned this game upside down. Great effort.
There's Williams Jr. on the drive, and that should be a travel. Instead, it's a loose ball picked up by Larry Drew, and Drew lost the handle. And now it's Trimble. Off for Bryson. Mello gets it back. Washman will reset things out front.
You know, one thing I've seen a lot, Bryson used to take those shots. He's really learned how to reel it in and think about something. Good play by Mello to save that from over and back.
6 seconds to go here. Washman pulls up, jump shot. No good.
Kind of a sloppy half-court set that time, and it turned out to nothing.
Bradley got the rebound, brought it down the floor. Now Mitchell with it, top of the key. Over to Bradley. Jalen drives baseline, has it taken away by Bryson. He dove to save it, couldn't quite keep it in bounds, so it'll be Sioux Falls basketball along the baseline left.
Well, the defensive intensity didn't change, although the slow start at 11-0 was just Iowa couldn't hit a basket early, but now...
Oh, what, 0 for their first 8?
Yes.
Shot the ball pretty well ever since then.
Wow.
And Jalen Bradley hustles to the corner. And
Washman's come up a little gimpy there. He hit the floor. I don't know if he landed on an ankle going up for the rebound, but he's trying to walk it off.
Well, let's hope he can, because he and Emil have both now been dinged up a little bit here in what's already a very depleted lineup for Iowa. Only 8 guys in uniform. And one of them, I believe, is Zeke Woodley, who's only seen about 2 minutes of action all year. And the rebound off the Mello Trimble miss to Sioux Falls. Now Mitchell with a little running start through the lane, blocked by Emil Jefferson. That's Sean Williams.
Sean did a great job keeping his feet moving that time on the defensive side and timed that one perfectly, because Mitchell's trying to take him to the hoop, and the old veteran there, and Sean, he's a veteran himself. He did a great job with his footwork defensively.
Well, that's Sean Williams' second block shot of the first half. Here's Larry Drew. Shakes Washburn. Kicks it to the corner. Mitchell on the drive. Mitchell fouled and count the basket.
Yeah, Washburn, I think, is going to pick it up. He got there late off the arm, and the and one is coming.
Mitchell's such a strong offensive player. He play through contact.
Yeah. See Doc Jacobson in the house. Des Moines Capital Orthopedics. Great sponsor of Iowa Wolves basketball. Capital Orthopedics and Sports Medicine are the official team doctors. If you get injured on or off the court, they'll get you back into the game. Visit dsmcapitalortho.com to learn more.
So Mitchell knocks down the free throw to complete the three-point play. 34-27, the Wolves lead it.
That's the first points of the second quarter, so both teams started out like the Wolves started out the opening quarter, kind of in a drought.
Trimble with 3 on the shot clock, is going to have to shoot. Mello, floater, in the lane, got it to go. Boy, that's a bailout shot by Mello Trimble.
This is the best first half offensively he's had in a while. He's got 9 points, and there's a couple of times where he got racked a little bit and nothing was called. So, good first half. Usually he's had those second halves, but not the first halves.
And Sean Williams is going to get a personal foul called on him as he had a little piece of, is that, yeah, Rodney, no, check that. That's Jimmy Taylor who's back in with those 2 personal fouls. I didn't see him check into the ballgame.
2 fouls now on Williams, by the way.
Mitchell starting to feel it. That 3 in and out. I've seen that look before, though, Tony.
Yeah.
Here's Trimble. Back for Bryson. He's feeling it. On the way. No good. Off the back of the iron.
Look good from here.
Boy, the great rotation. Right on line. Just a hair long. Yeah, there's a tough shot. No good. Rebound by Iowa. Trimble with a running start into the front court. Kicks it back. Washburn. 3 ball. You could tell that one was going to be off the mark.
Yeah, he kind of
came off sideways a little bit.
It did.
Here's Williams Jr. straight into a 3, deep one off the right wing.
Boy, I don't know if you knew where he was at on the court, but that was 5 feet beyond the arc. Probably about a 28-footer.
So Mello Trimble with a standing dribble out front. Iowa leading by 9. Trimble into the paint, and he's fouled by Williams Jr.
That little 2-man game that Trimble and Jefferson played that time got thwarted by the foul, so
Wamu will check in along with Alonzo G.
They're counting it a shooting foul, huh? Okay, I thought he was going to work at the Jefferson, but we'll take the 2 shots.
Don't tell anybody.
Nope. We know how that game plan is.
So here's the first free throw up and good by maybe the best. Is he still leading the league in free throw shooting?
Last
I know
time
there was
I checked
a couple
with people who have played a lot of games, he
third?
was third, 92.5% coming into the last game. So I don't know where those numbers are at today, but he was third overall. Emil Jefferson was like third in the league in shooting percentage from the field, 63% after the last game.
And another turnover through Pryor's hands out of bounds. And boy, ever since that 11-0 start by Sioux Falls, it's been a 38-16 advantage for Iowa.
And it's not like Iowa's lights out offensively either, but it could be a lot uglier if Iowa's shooting the ball halfway decent tonight.
There's Jefferson with it, isolated on the baseline. Now slides into the lane, kicks it back out for Bryson. 3 on the way, no good. And a nice rebound. Pulled down by Rodney Pryor. Quickly the other way, G. Spins baseline, G. Can't get it to fall, but a nice follow by Jimmy Taylor. When Anthony Brown just kind of backed away there defensively.
I can see why. Taylor was ready to rip it down. His 4th point, he has 6 rebounds now in the ball game with that.
Oh, good pass by Emil Jefferson.
Boy, I don't know what. Somebody got hit in the side of the head.
Wamu took an elbow. And Wamu looks a little wobbly. Actually, maybe he took a shot right under the neck. Either in the neck or in that sternum area. Drew. Through the lane, but couldn't find a teammate. Now off for G on the right wing. Alonzo's shot up and good.
Maybe the refs know there's short benches tonight. They're just letting them bang on each other until the second half. I don't know. You better be ready. And it's even. I mean, they're calling it the same way on both sides. So just learn how to fight through it.
Here's Anthony Brown. Operating left wing, steps back, jumper on the way. That one's good. He just, on that step back, he gets about 5 feet of space between he and the defender. Really tough to defend. And that's an offensive foul. Wamu with a little frustration after the no call on the other end. He went right through Anthony Brown.
Brown with 7 points, coming off a 35-point effort the other night. Again, he was 10 of 14. That's a franchise record.
I mean, Wamu might have 1% body fat. I mean, that is an impressive body. He looks like he could play tailback in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
And he sits down and gets after you defensively. Wow. Here's Anthony Brown. Pryor D'ing him up. Anthony, step back, no. Leans in off the glass. Crafty maneuver there.
Got some contact, too, to work through it again.
Wamu with another...
Traveling?
They're going to say jump ball. Okay. Bryson went straight up, and Wamu really initiated the contact. And
you could almost call a walk. I mean, he kind of took a stutter step when Bryson came up with him.
There you see the replay. Well, it's tough to see there. It kind of got in there late, but Wamu and Bryson one of the better.
You know who's going to win this jump usually?
Well, two really good athletes here.
Yeah. Bryson's got some springs.
Wamu might be a little quicker off the floor. Bryson could probably jump a little higher. We'll see who wins. Bryson got his hand on it, but Alonzo G with good position. And Trimble trying to dig it out of there. Wamu up top of the key, his shot up, and no good, but good hustle play there, and another jump ball, I believe.
Good hustle by Emil Jefferson, going to the floor, the big man going to the floor and tying him up without fouling.
The old Blue Devil in him.
Yeah.
Diving on the floor for the loose ball. So this time it's Emil Jefferson, and I believe he's going to jump it up with Rodney Pryor. A little discussion there as to...
They're just talking about the shot clock switching depending on who wins the jump ball.
They're going to put the shot clock at 13 if Sioux Falls.
There it is.
There it is. So they reset it to 13 since Sioux Falls had possession. So it's Pryor and Jefferson. And Bryson up ahead. It's Michael Bryson and a nice easy finger roll after the Euro step by Larry Drew.
Boy, that was a great jump ball by Emil Jefferson. Seeing Bryson out in front and just tipped it to him to lead that play.
Oh, good look and a nice dump off for Pryor, who flushes one through.
Now remember during that 11-0 run, Pryor had 6 quick points. That's only he had 9 points shortly after that. That's his first 2 points in quite a while.
Well, the lead's still 13. Trimble drives it. Nice dish for Jefferson with a 2-hand flush.
Jefferson now with 6 points. He also has 5 rebounds.
He's swinging around for Wamu on the left side. Now he circles back top of the key. Pull-up jumper on the way is good.
Been a while.
Wamu knocks one down. Played his college ball at UNLV.
Only 11 points this quarter for the Skyforce.
Anthony Brown off the ball screen. Dishes. Jefferson. Reverse layup is good.
Things are starting to flow a little freely on that offensive end now.
Boy, they're just in such a rhythm here. Alonzo G. Good maneuver through the lane. Good defense played by
That's 3 on Sean Williams if he picks that one up. So he's going to come out.
Marquise Moore off the bench.
By the way, usually on 1460 KXNO, not tonight, but we thank you listening on Facebook Live. Wolves basketball presented in part by Mercy. Live up at Mercy. Your care is our calling. Find out how remarkable rankings mean remarkable results at mercydesmoines.org. Again tonight, Hoops for a Cure game, and we thank Mercy for proud sponsorship and hoping of ending cancer. Tonight's jerseys are wearing the special green Mercy jerseys, and they're going to be auctioning them off for the funds to end the hopes of cancer. A lot of people recognize tonight here that are cancer survivors.
Yeah, they already had all of the people afflicted and that have survived cancer stand up and be applauded. Alonzo G's first free throw no good, second one falls, so it's a 14-point Iowa lead, 50-36.
G has a half dozen here in the first half.
Trimble kicks it over to Bryson. Bryson on the drive, back from Mello. Marquise Moore is going to drive it, kick. Bryson 3, good. Great ball movement. Drive and dish to the open man. Simple game.
These guys are playing great team ball in the last three weeks for sure, John.
G drops it back for Drew. Now it's Pryor with it, has it knocked away. Pryor again goes up and floats one up over the front of the rim and in with that left hand.
Complaining, but that was just great defense, and Pryor really, a really tough shot. Good make by Pryor to give him 13 points to go with the 7 boards to lead the Skyforce.
Here's Trimble. Pulls up, jump shot on the way, good. Everything looks so confident right now when they're shooting the basketball.
This is probably one of the best first halves I've seen Melo play in a while, 13 points. He's had good games, but his first half's usually a little slow.
And now the Skyforce really driving the ball to the basket as Alonzo G gets one in close. Melo now off the ball screen out front. Marquise Moore steps into a baseline jumper. Shot no good. And Wamu has it out front. 55-40, Iowa with the lead. Nice baseline cut, but Trimble saw him just in time. Now Pryor will let it fly. Shot up no good. And the rebound, Anthony Brown. Under 2 minutes. It's been a fast first half here, Tony.
Yeah. Not really a lot of fouls, only 5 whistled here in the second quarter. 3 on Iowa and 2 on the Skyforce.
Here's Brown driving it. Kicks it over. Now Bryson runs down the loose ball. Michael drives it in and lost it out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Final timeout of the first half. 1:27 to go here in the half. 55-40, Iowa leads Sioux Falls. More Wolves basketball after this timeout.
The Diamond Center is Des Moines' best-kept secret, and they're a proud partner of Iowa Wolves basketball. If you want the best customer experience, then you want the Diamond Center. When together means forever, then it means the Diamond Center. For the finest diamonds, watches, jewelry, and gifts, visit our friends at the Diamond Center at 3420 Merle Hay Road, or look for them online at diamondsmyway.com. Again, that's diamondsmyway.com.
At Viridian Credit Union, we're always looking for ways to save you money. Our home loans are no different. That's why you can count on us for low rates and friendly guidance when you're getting a mortgage. We even offer 100% financing and no origination fees. We believe that buying a home should be both affordable and easy. Come experience a better way to do a mortgage loan. To get started, simply give us a call or go online to apply or schedule an appointment.
Follow the latest NBA prospects with the NBA G League app. With custom news feeds, highlights, and more, it's all you need to keep up with the game. Download for free from the App Store.
Now back here for the final 127 here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. The Iowa Wolves leading the Sioux Falls Skyforce 55-40. And Tony, you take away the 0-of-8 start, Iowa's shooting over 60% since that time. They're 50% on the game with a 22-of-44 showing so far offensively.
Yeah, it's been a great run to take this 55-40 lead. For you Skyforce fans, back home in a couple days against Agua Caliente on the 7th. And then it's the Windy City and Raptors 905, part of the NBA G League showcase for the Iowa Wolves. They'll be at Texas tomorrow night, and then January 10th and 12th, Canton and Grand Rapids in the showcase.
Mitchell goes right inside. Little jump hook by Taylor, and that one's good.
Taylor now has 6 points. He also has grabbed 7 rebounds. Pryor, 13 points, 7 rebounds, leads the way for the Skyforce, while the Wolves are led by Trimble with 13 points, 11 by Justin Patton off the bench.
Patton has it. Dribbles it in. 15-footer on the way is good.
Well, they haven't.
Kind of awkward looking, but he knocked another jump shot down.
Well, I think he was surprised nobody even tried to challenge him at all. So he said, okay, I'll take this elbow jumper right here.
And Tony Mitchell lets one go, and that one's a 3 ball.
Don't want him to get going. He's got 11 now. 12-point lead for the Wolves.
Trimble has it on the right side. Little 2-for-1 chance here. They find Bryson in the corner for a 3. That one off the mark. Here's Tony Mitchell on a quick pass to Alonzo G.
3 seconds, a little over 3 seconds differential in the shot and game clock. Last time the Skyforce triggered a little early, gave the Wolves a chance.
G fires a 3 from the left wing. Off the mark, no good. And Bryson with the rebound. Marquise Moore up ahead. Moore looks to attack, gives it off Patton. Patton's baseline jumper, no good. And G will not get a shot off before the halftime buzzer. Well, they were down 11, 2 minutes in, and now they're up 12 at the half. So a good turnaround here for the Iowa Wolves as they lead the Sioux Falls Skyforce 57-45. We'll head to half. We'll have more Wolves basketball after this timeout.
When good times turn into great times, having a few can easily become having a few too many, making you feel invincible. Sometimes to the point where getting behind the wheel actually sounds like a good idea. So, the next time you're out and you're feeling like a rock star, remember, rock stars ride in limos. Any ride can be your limo.
Everybody knows that Montana is big sky country, and Montana Mike's is big steak country. Tender, juicy, flame-grilled steaks, chicken and seafood specialties. Maybe you got a hankering for the best burger in town. Whatever you're hungry for, rustle up the family and ride on into Montana Mike's. And bring your big appetite.
Might look real nice here in the store, but there's gonna be a time real soon when this gear will be put to the test. It's gonna get beat up, and it's gonna get you closer to that moment you've been waiting for all year. Because no matter how the hunt goes or where it finally ends, for more than 115 years, our Shields experts have been right there with you.
There's a reason this season can't come soon enough. Why NBA history is always being rewritten. And why this game is about more than just basketball. There's a reason this fall is gonna be hotter than the summer. Why 2 seconds can feel like an eternity. And why any city can become the center of the universe.
Here, in this league, we're not okay with strong. We go stronger. We don't settle for fast. We go faster. We don't want next. We want next level. Here, we go all out. Because we're all in. This is our league. And here, we don't go for good. We go for great.
Welcome to NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and this is Rewind. We're going to shine the light on some of the best plays in the NBA G League so far this season.
4 on the game clock. Fades away from 3 and rattles out. Willis, the putback is good. And the drive. Have an opening night win.
Derek Jones Jr. spinning in the lane. Jam time for airplane mode.
Looking for an open man, has to hurry, finds Doyle. Doyle, floater at the buzzer is good! Milton Doyle, the Chicagoan, the Nets storm the floor!
It's the screen from Damian Jones. Oh my! Damian with the emphatic finish.
Summers feeds down. A big right-handed jam there from Cameron Oliver. My goodness. The Magic have it. Left wing, caught, 2 seconds left, into the corner, Purvis, the 3 for the win, yes! Yes, the Magic win!
Thanks for watching NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington. See you next time. Welcome to NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and this is Trending. The league is gearing up for the annual NBA G League Showcase from January 10th through the 13th at Mississauga, Ontario, home of the Raptors 905. The NBA G League's premier in-season scouting event includes all 26 teams playing 2 regular season games each. And for the very first time in the 14-year history of the event, the games will be played across 2 courts at the Hershey Center and the adjoining Mississauga Sports Zone complex. The NBA G League Showcase is designed for NBA scouts and team personnel to evaluate up-and-coming talent, and it has long been considered a springboard to the NBA for the players in the NBA G League. In fact, more than 50 players earned call-ups to the NBA during or immediately following the last 13 showcases. And NBA players like Jeremy Lin, Hassan Whiteside, Seth Curry, and Jonathan Simmons have all played in the NBA G League Showcase. All of the games will be aired live on either ESPNU, NBA TV, or Facebook Live. Check NBAGleague.com for more information. Thanks for watching NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and we'll see you next time.
ScootersCoffee.com. Scooter's Coffee is rooted in quality and serves world-class coffee. They only roast the top 10% of specialty coffee beans in the world. Visit Scooter's Coffee at one of their various Des Moines metro locations or look for them online and their complete menu as well at ScootersCoffee.com. Again, that's ScootersCoffee.com. You'll find amazing people, amazing drinks, all amazingly fast. It's Scooter's Coffee, ScootersCoffee.com. Luxor Limousines and Coach Buses is the premier transportation company in Des Moines. Luxor offers black car service, Sprinter and passenger vans, limos, and the best luxury and charter buses in Des Moines. Luxor vehicles are suited for various group sizes and any occasion. Check out all the best in upscale luxury transportation online at LuxorLimousines.com. Again, that's Luxor with 2 X's, LuxorLimousines.com.
Here, in this league, we're not okay with strong. We go stronger. We don't settle for fast. We go faster. We don't want next. We want next level. Here, we go all out. Because we're all in. This is our league. And here, we don't go for good. We go for great.
Welcome to NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and this is Rewind. We're going to shine the light on some of the best plays in the NBA G League so far this season.
4 on the game clock. Fades away from 3 and rattles out. Willis, the putback is good. And the drive. Have an opening night win.
Derek Jones Jr. spinning in the lane. Jam time for airplane mode.
Looking for an open man, has to hurry, finds Doyle. Doyle, floater at the buzzer is good! Milton Doyle, the Chicagoan, the Nets storm the floor!
It's the screen from Damian Jones. Oh my! Damian with the emphatic finish.
Summers feeds down. A big right-handed jam there from Cameron Oliver. My goodness. The Magic have it. Left wing, caught, 2 seconds left, into the corner, Purvis, the 3 for the win, yes! Yes, the Magic win!
Thanks for watching NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington. See you next time. Welcome to NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and this is Trending. The league is gearing up for the annual NBA G League Showcase from January 10th through the 13th at Mississauga, Ontario, home of the Raptors 905. The NBA G League's premier in-season scouting event includes all 26 teams playing 2 regular season games each. And for the very first time in the 14-year history of the event, the games will be played across 2 courts at the Hershey Center and the adjoining Mississauga Sports Zone complex. The NBA G League Showcase is designed for NBA scouts and team personnel to evaluate up-and-coming talent, and it has long been considered a springboard to the NBA for the players in the NBA G League. In fact, more than 50 players earned call-ups to the NBA during or immediately following the last 13 showcases. And NBA players like Jeremy Lin, Hassan Whiteside, Seth Curry, and Jonathan Simmons have all played in the NBA G League Showcase. All of the games will be aired live on either ESPNU, NBA TV, or Facebook Live. Check NBAGleague.com for more information. Thanks for watching NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and we'll see you next time.
Welcome back here. Halftime at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. About 4 minutes to go before we get back underway. And take a look at the halftime stats here, Tony. Iowa, like we mentioned, they trailed 11-0 to start the ball game. And they went into the halftime break with a 12-point lead, 57-45. Iowa led with 13 points apiece by Melo Trimble on 5 of 10 shooting, and Justin Patton, who was very efficient, 5 of 6 shooting for Patton off the bench. He also has a rebound and an assist. 13 points, like we said, for Trimble. He's got a rebound and 4 assists. And Emil Jefferson, well, basically right around his season average, 8 points, 5 rebounds in the first half. He averages, almost 14 rebounds per game right now. So a little below his average in terms of rebounding. But for the Sioux Falls Skyforce, 13 points for Rodney Pryor and 11 for Tony Mitchell off the bench. But they've struggled to find that third scorer, whereas Iowa's been a little more in sync after that slow start.
Yeah, Jimmy Taylor did pull down 8 rebounds. Rodney Pryor 7 for the Skyforce, who had 22 team rebounds, as did the Wolves. And Sean Williams led the way with 7 rebounds for the Iowa Wolves. Turnovers in the first half, 9 though by the Sioux Falls Skyforce, and only 3 by the Iowa Wolves. Again, the Wolves back in action. Home game as far as it's going to be coming up. A little delay in some home games here till the 21st of January. That's a Sunday, a 4 o'clock tip against the Reno Bighorns. And then Wednesday, January 24th against Rio Grande Valley Vipers. Go to IAWolves.com for ticket information and follow us and like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat. For the Sky Wolves fans, upcoming games for them are a couple days here. It's Agua Caliente. That'll be a 5 o'clock tip on the 7th. And then they'll go to the G League Showcase with Windy City on the 11th. And Raptors 9:05 on the 13th. The Wolves at the Showcase on the 10th and the 12th will be playing Canton and Grand Rapids. The Wolves will be playing tomorrow night, though. It'll be a road tilt against Texas. That'll be a 7:30 tip on Facebook Live, so check it out there. Iowa Wolves basketball at iawolves.com. And again, tonight is a big night for Mercy Cancer Centers as we recognize those folks with cancer as they battle. And Mercy's Cancer Centers, expertly trained physicians and staff are dedicated to helping you every step of the way, providing exemplary medical care as well as continuous education and support. Our educational and support services range from a certified genetics counselor to compassionate involvement of our resource center staff who provide individual and family counseling to help patients and families through the cancer journey.
Well, we've taken a look at some of the other action in the G League right now, Tony. 5 seconds left to play, and it's the Westchester Knicks leading the Canton Charge. Actually, they've just gone final, 95-90. The Knicks beat the Charge. And the Delaware 87ers leading the Greensboro Swarm with just under 5 minutes to go, 88-71 there. And the Raptors, 9:05, continue their winning ways. Just under a minute to go, they lead by 15 over the Bayhawks. The Mad Ants, 114-108 winners over the Windy City Bulls. That one's gone final. And the Grand Rapids Drive, 142-100 over the Wisconsin Herd. A big night there for the Drive. Take a look at that box score quickly to see who in the world scored all those points for the Grand Rapids Drive. 24 points by McDaniels, 24 by Morris, 26 by Thornton. So balanced scoring, but 142 points put up by Grand Rapids tonight in a final 42-point victory over the Wisconsin Herd. A couple other games, the Warriors have beat the Magic 104-93. And a couple of games still to come tonight. The Clippers and the Stars will do battle out on the West Coast, and the Suns and the Bighorns as well. And like we said, halftime here, 57-45. Iowa leading the Skyforce as we get back underway here at Wells Fargo Arena. And it's Sioux Falls basketball out of the timeout.
Iowa looking for their 7th straight victory to improve to 12-9. The Raptors 9-5 with that win tonight have won 8 straight games after a 4-10 start.
And there's Larry Drew knocking down a 3 ball. A good flare screen set by the big man.
Skyforce now
Jimmy Taylor.
5 out of 21 from downtown. Drew with his first 3-point make of the night.
There's Trimble on a drive along the baseline. Gives it off for Bryson. Up top, it's Williams. Sioux Falls has really extended their defense here a little bit. Anthony Brown kicks it to Bryson. Bryson spins. Bryson with the left-hand shot at the buzzer and hit the front of the rim, no good. Out ahead to Drew, and Drew races up to the front court. Back pass for Pryor, and he knocks down a 3, and just like that, 6 quick ones to cut the lead in half.
And Pryor started the game like that with a couple of 3 balls. He now has 16 points in the ball game, but 9 of them were real early in the start of the game.
There's Williams, his 3 a little long off the mark, so
it's like a duplicate of the first quarter.
Absolutely. Here's Drew on a back pass for Pryor. Pryor drives it in and throws it to Bryson into the hands of Trimble. And there's an alley-oop up high for Michael Bryson, who finishes with a dunk.
Boy, nice eye contact, Brown and Bryson. And Bryson's good for 1 of those, if not 2 of those a game. So that wasn't as spectacular as many we've seen. There's no contest on that one.
Wow. Wamu knocks down a 3 ball top of the key after a ball screen. So pretty hot shooting now for Sioux Falls. They had gone cold there in the second quarter. Shot just 39% the first half as a team. Trimble on a pull-up 18-footer, no good.
Boy, Neil Jefferson just rooted right out of there.
And a good foul from behind by Sean Williams. Unfortunately, though, that's number 4 on him.
4 on Sean, so he's getting himself in a little deep trouble here. Let's see. With a shorter bench tonight, again, the Wolves without Perry Jones with the boot on with that ankle injury. And, of course, Elijah Millsap's been out of, this is his 3.5 games now with a shoulder injury, so he's not in. But at the same time, Skyforce without Derek Jones Jr. and Derek Walton Jr., Jerron Johnson, Kadeem Jack, and A.J. Hammonds as well tonight. Either back with the big guys or injury, so both teams short.
Taylor knocks down the first free throw. Second one upcoming. Washburn is going to give Sean Williams a little breather after picking up that 4th foul.
A little size shake up there with Iowa going a lot smaller now with West in the ball game over Sean Williams.
Let's see, it'll probably be Emil Jefferson guarding Taylor on the block. Taylor's second free throw up and good, so what was a 12-point halftime lead is now just a 3-point lead with less than 2 minutes gone by in the half. Here's Wes Washburn with it out front. Over to Anthony Brown, right side. Brown kind of surveys the scene. Left-hand dribble. Leans in from 17 foot and knocks it down.
I don't know how much better you can defend. That was highly contested, and he still splashed it down. Anthony Brown to double figures now with 11 points.
There's a handoff for Drew, and Trimble lost his footing, and Drew went right by and laid it up and in.
Drew now to 7 points in the ball game with that layup.
Standing dribble for Trimble. Off for Bryson. Michael into the paint. His leaner. Front rim no good. And a little bump foul called. And I think they got Pryor with the personal foul, so Michael Bryson to shoot 2.
I'm not sure who they called it on.
That was on Pryor, 23.
Like he kind of raked him through the side that time. Well, the Iowa Clinic, they have 250 physicians and healthcare providers practicing in 40 specialties. Proud to be Central Iowa's largest independent physician-owned multi-specialty group. Experience the Iowa Clinic. Learn more at iowaclinic.com. Another proud sponsor of Iowa Wolves basketball. Looking for 7 straight victories and their 12th win of the year. Remember, we're the Wolves for the first time. Last year, we only saw 12 victories all year as the Iowa Energy, so a lot different story this year, but the 2-8 start has turned upside down as the Wolves have really playing high-caliber basketball as of late.
There's Larry Drew on a baseline drive up for Wamu, and Wamu gets by Washburn but misses the jumper. And a scramble for the loose ball, and Wamu comes away with it. G now over to Drew. G gets it back, drives baseline, and flushes one through.
G now to double figures with 10 points in the ball game.
Well, they've outplayed them by 10 here. The 12-point lead down to 2, 62-60. Wolves with the basketball and a 2-point lead. There's Brown. Spins to the paint. Left wing, Trimble. 3 on the way is good. Mello knocks one down.
Trimble feeling pretty good on that offense, not thinking about it. He's feeling it tonight. 16 points for Mello.
And Emil Jefferson whistle for the personal foul.
You know, you're letting them play hard like that. 2 guys scrambling for the basketball. I don't know.
Well, it looked like he definitely bumped.
Yeah, there's plenty
Jimmy
of bumping
Taylor
going on.
There's Drew around a ball screen. Off for G. G puts it on the floor, drives it right at Anthony Brown, up and in. He's a strong guy. When he wants to get to the basket, Tony, he gets there.
Skyforce definitely battling a lot harder here in the early part of the third quarter to get right back into this ball game.
Good bounce pass for Emil Jefferson on a screen and roll with Trimble, and he dunks it through.
All sound like a broken record. Them two know how to play that two-man game exceptionally.
Over to Alonzo G, and he drives it again, goes airborne, kicks back for Drew. Larry Drew back for Wamu. Thought about a 3, now drives it. Wamu gets all the way to the glass, up and in.
Yeah, West got himself caught up in between steps that time as Wamu kind of shimmied and looked left and then took off and beat him to the basket.
Wamu providing some backcourt pressure, knocked it away from Trimble, so I think they'll have 6 seconds to get it across. Let's see if they realize it. And it's stolen away from Anthony Brown, and Alonzo G hammers one, and a timeout called.
Wow.
Well, it's a 1-point lead. It was 12 at the half. At the 7:33 mark here in the third, it's 67-66. More Wolves basketball after this break.
Here, in this league, we're not okay with strong. We go stronger. We don't settle for fast. We go faster. We don't want next. We want next level. Here, we go all out. Because we're all in. This is our league. And here, we don't go for good. We go for great.
There's a reason this season can't come soon enough. Why NBA history is always being rewritten. And why this game is about more than just basketball. There's a reason this fall is going to be hotter than the summer. Why 2 seconds can feel like an eternity. And why any city can become the center of the universe.
Play NBA G League Fantasy now to win weekly and grand prizes, like a trip to NBA All-Star Weekend for free at NBAGleague.com/fantasy.
Well, 7:33 to go here in the third quarter. The Iowa Wolves clinging to a 1-point lead, 67-66. And Coach Scott Roth not liking what he's seen so far out of that starting 5, called timeout.
Anthony Brown still in there. I didn't like that last play. Kind of got lazy bringing the ball across the court, got it stolen, and nobody contested it. So good start to the third quarter by the Skyforce, outscoring the Wolves 21-10. They are led by Rodney Pryor, 16 points and 8 rebounds. Alonzo G with 14. And Ike Wamu with 10 points. While the Wolves are led by Mello Trimble with 16 points in the ball game.
There's Trimble with it out front. Wamu defends him closely. Jefferson pops out, gives it off for Anthony Brown. 15-footer at the left elbow is good.
There's only been one lead change and one tie. It was an 11-0 start for the Skyforce if you missed it, and then the Wolves came back and grabbed the lead and have never looked back yet.
And there's a jump shot, no good, and the rebound saved right in for Taylor, and Taylor just stuffs it through.
And the one place you don't save a ball if you don't know anybody's there is right back under the basket, and it ends up to an easy 2 points for the Skyforce there. Good hustle, but just wrong idea on the save.
Bryson into the paint, kicks it back for Washman. Washman drops it off for Jefferson. And Emil with 2 on the shot clock, 1, and they say no, he didn't get it off. So a rough offensive set there for Iowa, and that's going to bring Marquise Moore off the bench.
And the Skyforce with a chance to take their first lead since that, I won't call it a fast start. The Wolves were 0 for 8 from the field, and the Skyforce took advantage of it, but not as good as it could have been because they didn't shoot the ball all that great either.
Here's G on the drive. G forces one no good. Brown with the rebound.
A lot of contact there, but no call as well.
Trimble hesitates. Takes it back for Brown. G almost got another steal and would have been off to the races. Brown stops, pops, shot up, no good. And that's going to be a loose ball foul, and I think they're going to get WAMU. Let's see if it's WAMU or Pryor. Yeah, it's WAMU, as he was holding Emil Jefferson. Marquise Moore will give Michael Bryson a break. So a side out here for Iowa, and they lead it by 1, Tony, 69-68.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens more in Washburn, known more for their defense than their offense. So where will Brown and Mello Trimble kind of fill in here with the 3-guard offense right now, basically for the Wolves? And really a 4-guard offense.
There's Trimble and a kick out from Marquise Moore. 2 on the shot clock. Moore's going to have to shoot it and can't get it to go. Jefferson had a good rebound. Just lost control of it as he tried to spin to the lane. Alonzo G on a hard drive is fouled. And he is a tough guy to get in front of and stop. So Alonzo G at the line to shoot a pair and a chance to put Sioux Falls back in front here.
Right now, Skyforce is really out physicaling. They're letting them play, and Iowa's just letting them beat them to the punch right now. And give the credit to the Skyforce, playing to the officials, allowing this type of physical game to go, which is fine as long as they're calling it both ways. You got to step up and fight it back.
G knocks the first one down.
Boy, I don't know how much more that Trumbull could have taken there, though. My goodness.
Well, you know G's going to the basket, and you know he's doing it with the right hand. 2 for 2 at the line for Alonzo G, and the Skyforce in front by 1. There's a nice screen by Jefferson in the backcourt. Kicks it over. Washman's 3 from the corner is good. Well, they maybe said 2. No signal by either official, and they maybe will look at it. I think they'll take a peek at that one at the 5:30 mark. Washman got a hand on it. Knocked it out of bounds. The 2 officials talking about whether Washman's shot was a 3 or not.
They're going to look at it. They've counted it as a 3 right now, but they will go back and look at it. So
it's a 2-point lead as of right now. WAMU lines one up, 3 ball on the way, and he splashes the net.
WAMU now with 13 points.
Skyforce back in front by 1.
So we only had 1 lead change and 1 tie in the first half. We've had a couple here in the last minute of the ball game.
Trimble kind of weaving through traffic. Now he just lines one up, lets it fly, shot no good. And a rebound by Pryor. Pryor gets it back, pulls up 15-footer, and knocks it down. Boy, Sioux Falls been a different team here in the third quarter.
Pryor now to 18 points in the ball game. He's 1 rebound away from putting up a double-double. Taylor's just a rebound away from a double-double himself with 10 points and 9 rebounds.
Trimble fouled by Drew. That'll be a side out for Iowa and a 14-second shot clock.
And Sean Williams on the bench for the Wolves with 4 personal fouls. Nobody on the floor right now with more than 3. WAMU has 3 for the Sioux Falls.
So Trimble gets the inbounds pass. Works off a ball screen from Emil. Now Anthony Brown with it. Brown, decisive drive to the basket. Off the glass, no good. And G with the rebound. G into the front court, and guess where he's going? To the rim, flushes it through, and he's fouled.
Wow.
They can't stop him.
No. He's a beast. 18 points now for G. And that was emphatic the way he put that one to the rim and on the floor.
I mean, he's just putting his head down and getting to the rim. And Anthony Brown doesn't look like he's got a lot of interest in getting in front of him.
Patton checking in now for Emil Jefferson. By the way, get in the game with Rockstar Satellite, your local direct TV expert for your home or business. Call 262-STAR. Visit rockstarsatellite.com. And again, play it safe around electricity and natural gas. For more energy safety tips, visit MidAmericanEnergy.com. And thanks to all those Skyforce and Wolves fans listening on Facebook Live tonight.
So it's a 6-point Skyforce lead. They flipped it here on Iowa. An 18-point turnaround. They trail by 12 at the half.
In a strange game.
And Patton will shoot a 17-foot jumper, no good. And the Skyforce just let it go out of bounds. And they'll send it back the other way.
It's like the Wolves forgot what got them there at the end of the first and all through the second quarter. Kind of got stagnant offensively.
Both these teams kind of Jekyll and Hyde here in this game.
Yeah.
Here's Wamu on a nice shot fake. Got Washman off his feet.
Wamu now to 15 points in the ball game. 4 players on the floor, all in double figures for the Skyforce, other than Drew, who has 7 points.
And there's a foul. Trimble hits the deck, as does Wamu.
That's 4 fouls now on Wamu.
It'll be a side out here for Iowa, trailing 8, 80-72.
Mitchell will check in. Tony Mitchell checking in for Wamu now, who has the 4 personal fouls. That's not a fair trade.
No. Mitchell doesn't quite bring it on the defensive end like Wamu does, but he can certainly fill it up on the other end.
Right now, we just don't have that pure score other than Anthony Brown out there in the Skyforce shirt.
Sioux Falls has extended the defense. Here's Brown on a pull-up. Shot no good. And a foul, a loose ball foul. And let's see. They got Mitchell with the foul. Oh, I didn't see that one. Well, Brown threw up a really tough shot, and Mitchell, a little bit of a bump there on Patton. So Justin Patton to the line. Justin Patton with a nice first half, 13 points. And let's make it 14 with the first free throw up and good. Iowa needs a little run here to end the quarter, Tony, and they can get back, down 7 here. If they could get it close to being tied, I would consider that a victory.
Yes. Iowa back at it tomorrow night as they hit down to Texas before they play 2 games in the showcase in Canada this year.
There's Drew underneath the basket, kicks it out. Pryor thought about a 3, back over to Drew. Pryor gets it back, step back, left hand jumper is good.
Pryor's feeling it right now. He had that fast start, then kind of disappeared, but Pryor now with points number 19 and 20, I believe.
Here's Iowa with it, Trimble into the front court. Mello turns the corner, lets the jump shot go, back iron no good. It's Marquise Moore with the rebound, kicks it out for Washman, his 3 off the mark. And a rebound by Taylor of Sioux Falls. Drew over to Mitchell. Mitchell on a drive. Mitchell's fouled, no bucket, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the Wolves having a rough the third quarter. 16 points total, I believe, in the third as we go to the under 3 timeout.
Timeout on the floor. 2:30 to go here in the third. It's 82-73. The Skyforce lead the Wolves. More Wolves basketball after this timeout.
At Viridian Credit Union, we're always looking for ways to save you money. Our home loans are no different. That's why you can count on us for low rates and friendly guidance when you're getting a mortgage. We even offer 100% financing and no origination fees. We believe that buying a home should be both affordable and easy. Come experience a better way to do a mortgage loan. To get started, simply give us a call or go online to apply or schedule an appointment.
Because when you really want to be there, but you can't. At Cognizant, we're helping today's leading media companies create more immersive ways to experience entertainment with new digital systems and technologies. Get ready, because we're helping leading companies see it and see it through with digital.
Follow the latest NBA prospects with the NBA G League app. With custom news feeds, highlights, and more, it's all you need to keep up with the game. Download for free from the App Store.
He's a
Now back here at the Wells Fargo Arena, 2:30 to go here in the quarter. A quarter that has seen the Skyforce outscore the Wolves 37-16, Tony.
Oh, it's just been a run, and the Wolves haven't been able to shut it off. No offensive ability. Foul trouble for Sean Williams, and it started from there and hasn't looked back. Give Rodney Pryor some great credit. 8 of 13 from the field, 20 points and 9 rebounds to lead the Skyforce, but they have a lot of help. Alonzo G, 19 points. 10 points and 10 rebounds for Jimmy Taylor, 15 points for Ike Wamu, and then 11 off the bench for Tony Mitchell with the Iowa Wolves. At 16 for Mello Trimble to go with his 6th assist, 13 points for Anthony Brown, and Emil Jefferson with 10 points, 6 rebounds, and Justin Patton 14 points in the ball game.
So Mitchell off the mark with his first free throw. Second one upcoming. And that one up and good, so the lead goes to 10. Sioux Falls 83, Iowa 73. But I like what Sioux Falls has done. They really extended their defense and played a real physical third quarter. And that seemed to really bother Iowa. Patton going to go to work on the block. And Patton up and under move. Nice kiss off the glass from underneath the basket. So the lead down to 8. Nearing the 2-minute mark here in the third quarter. Here's Pryor. Oh, nice find underneath, and the foul and the two-hand flush. Jimmy Taylor flushes it through.
And Patton got there a little late, but he had great help defense, but nobody helped him on the backside, and that allowed that to happen. Watch here as Patton come out to double up on that, and then had to go back because nobody picked up Taylor on that backdoor cut. Taylor able to get the and one possibility here. This has meant the Skyforce's biggest lead of the ball game, which is 11. They started out when they were up 11-0. The Wolves led by as many as 17. It's just been a tale of two different teams and a whole bunch of moments in this ball game. Both teams kind of Jekyll and Hyde, as you alluded to earlier, John.
Trimble operates.
Oh, wow.
On the left wing. They're taking those subtle little shots.
And Miller has a right to be. He went right to the official after that and said, my goodness, you know, contact is contact, but the straight arm to the head while I'm dribbling the ball, that's got to get called.
But it wasn't.
No, it was not. It was right, and we could see it from our angle.
Here goes G, and I like the matchup with Marquise Moore. And good help defense and good block by Marquise Moore. He's a guy that can physically body up Alonzo G, and there's not many other guys on the team for Iowa that can.
He's giving up some inches, but he's got the base to bang. He will not back down from anybody.
So it's Drew with it into the paint. Now dribbles it back out to the left wing. Mitchell. Tony's going to look for a three-ball top of the key, and he splashes the net.
Now Moore right there on him, but that's just a great offensive effort from a veteran. 15 points for Mitchell.
Mello across the timeline. Hesitates, kicks, and intercepted by G.
Mello got himself in the air and nowhere to go. And it turns into a turnover.
Oh, and Taylor running the floor well. Jimmy stuffs one through, and the lead is 16.
Wow. What happened?
28-point turnaround. Defensively, Iowa has had no answer here in the third quarter.
Ideally, you'd like to get a couple of baskets and a stop here to close this quarter up to have a workable shot in the fourth.
Patton drives it baseline, dribbles it on the baseline, out of bounds. It's another Iowa Wolves turnover.
Patton out and Emil Jefferson in. Oh wait,
Jefferson's gonna.
This is the first time we've seen both bigs stay in the game together.
Well, you got to try something different here, Tony. So they're going to go with Patton and Jefferson on the floor together, and something I've kind of been interested in seeing. I just don't know against this lineup if it's the right answer. Mitchell goes right by Emil Jefferson with an easy lay-in.
Wow.
It's a very athletic group on the floor for Sioux Falls. And Iowa got bigger, but they got less athletic. Patton with a nice move, foul in the bucket. That's a good foul, or a good catch, and getting it up onto the glass. Athletic move there by Patton.
Taylor picking up his third foul. He has 15 points and 10 rebounds for the Skyforce. The Double-double already in the books, and we haven't even gotten to the fourth quarter.
They really needed that one.
Oh, yeah, big time. Now they need to stop. It's still going to be a big uphill climb. It's like
Everest.
Yeah, like going uphill on ice.
So the free throw good. A three-point play by Justin Patton. Mitchell will hold for the last shot. I've seen this before, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony Mitchell's going to go to work on Emil Jefferson. Here comes a step-back three. What do you think?
He's looking at it.
There it is. And there it is. I've seen Tony Mitchell too many times to know what that was coming. Once he gets in a rhythm and a groove, nobody scores like Tony Mitchell. Washman.
Nope.
Can't quite get the shot off. Knocked it down, but it came late. So no bucket. Skyforce 96, the Wolves 78. We head to the fourth. More Wolves basketball after this timeout.
Look at this. We got fancy graphics. We got a sponsor.
Welcome to NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and this is Trending. The league is gearing up for the annual NBA G League Showcase from January 10th through the 13th at Mississauga, Ontario, home of the Raptors 905. The NBA G League's premier in-season scouting event includes all 26 teams playing 2 regular season games each. And for the very first time in the 14-year history of the event, the games will be played across 2 courts at the Hershey Center and the adjoining Mississauga Sports Zone complex. The NBA G League Showcase is designed for NBA scouts and team personnel to evaluate up-and-coming talent, and it has long been considered a springboard to the NBA for the players in the NBA G League. In fact, more than 50 players earned call-ups to the NBA during or immediately following the last 13 showcases. And NBA players like Jeremy Lin, Hassan Whiteside, Seth Curry, and Jonathan Simmons have all played in the NBA G League Showcase. All of the games will be aired live on either ESPNU, NBA TV, or Facebook Live. Check NBAGleague.com for more information. Thanks for watching NBA G League Weekly. I'm Brandon Wellington, and we'll see you next time.
Well, it's all hill to climb here, Tony, for the Iowa Wolves. They led by 12 at the half. They're outscored 51-21 in the third quarter. I don't know that we've seen a quarter like that all year.
No, I mean, they gave up 55 in the first half and then 51 in the third quarter alone. That's not even get 45 in the first half. So, my goodness. By the way, if the Wolves can come back and win and you use the code WWIN, that's WWIN, online at any local Des Moines area Domino's to receive a buy one, get one free pizza offer, carry out or deliver. The offer is valid for 48 hours starting after midnight tonight if the Wolves win.
Trimble can't find the mark from the corner. 3 off the rim, no good. And just back the other way, it's Pryor lining up a 3, and what a flush through there. The big man, Jimmy Taylor, goes high and rips it down and through the rim.
His 11th rebound, that turns into 17 points for Mr. Taylor.
Sean Williams back out there for Iowa. They go inside for Jefferson. Emil leads into Taylor. Now a left-hand shot off the glass. That won't go. And Larry Drew, the third, racing into the front court, gives it off for Pryor. Pryor back to Drew. Drew on a little pull-up at the right elbow. That one's good.
I mean, the Wolves just they came out of the locker room flat, and they just really have not been able to find anything inside them right now. The Skyforce just playing fantastic ball here in the second half.
Sean Williams gives it off for Washman. Washman on a pull-up jumper. That one no good. And a rebound for the Skyforce. Force goes to Larry Drew. Drew off a ball screen out front. Bounce pass in for Taylor, and he's fouled by Jefferson.
Everybody seems like the switches are slow.
Everything's a step slow right now on the defensive end for Iowa.
Remember, the Iowa Wolves started 2-8 and then made this run to get to the top of the division, looking for that 7th victory in a row tonight. But boy, for a while there, it looked like they were on their way, and then the third quarter happened.
A little sidewinding free throw there by Taylor is good. What kind of an odd release by the big man, the lefty, but it's been effective.
Again, a couple nights from tonight, it'll be Agua Caliente, who the Skyforce will play at home, and then they'll be facing Windy City and the Raptors 909 in the NBA G League Showcase, while the Wolves travel to Texas tomorrow night. And then at the Showcase, it'll be Canton on the 10th and the Grand Rapids team on the 12th in Toronto.
Here's Anthony Brown. Or no, check that. Marquise Moore with it. His pull-up jumper off the mark, no good. Jefferson high for the rebound. Jefferson goes to work, kisses it off the glass. Could have been a foul there on Taylor.
Saying the jersey pull. No call. I don't know.
Pryor gives it off for G. No, Taylor with it. Back to G. They swing it to Larry Drew up top. Drew on a kickback for G. G goes high and over the rim, no good, and Washburn the other way.
This is where we need Anthony Brown and Sean Williams to start lighting it up a little bit here.
And a nice jumper there by Emil Jefferson. That draws Iowa back to within 20, but they got a lot of work to do on the defensive end to get back into this one.
Need a couple more stops and a couple more baskets to give them that hope that they can kind of knock it down.
And Tony Mitchell gets set to go to work. Pull up just inside the arc. Shot no good, and Mitchell went after his rebound, and that caused some commotion. And Alonzo G. Oh, nice alley-oop to Mitchell, and Brown kind of fell asleep on the backside there.
There's been a few of those falling asleep moments here defensively by the Wolves. 22. There's a reason why you score 51 in a quarter. It's not all the offense being great. Defense not being so good as well.
There's Jefferson with it. 19 feet away, gives it off for Moore. Moore into the paint. Tough shot on the rim, won't fall, and a rebound for Pryor. Back from Mitchell. Now Drew has it. Drew on a drive. Kicks it out. Pryor wide open three from the right wing. Off the mark. Rebound for Brown.
Pryor took too much time taking a look where his feet were instead of worrying about his jumper.
Washburn catch and shoot three. That one over the top of the backboard, out of bounds.
Well, I think Emil Jefferson's not going to say a lot, but his facial expressions, I think, speak a lot. Frustrated tonight. I mean, it has been physical.
Well, and with Elijah Millsap and Perry Jones III both out due to injury, we knew this would be a tough ball game with the athleticism of Sioux Falls. There's Wamu on a pull-up three. It's no good. Up ahead, it's Jefferson, and Emil is fouled by Larry Drew.
I'm surprised Emil did say something. Side out.
And they're going to change it to two shots. Larry Drew was happy. Emil still chat. He got the two shots.
Yeah, finally. Again, this is Hoops for a Cure game presented by Mercy. Mercy Cancer Center committed to creating a healthier tomorrow for Central Iowans. Our lung cancer screening program is available to detect lung cancer at its earliest stages and help patients get across to life-saving care as quickly as possible. If you're between 55 and 77 years of age and you have a 30-pack per year history of smoking and are currently smoking or have quit within the last 15 years, you may be at high risk for developing lung cancer, and you should call Mercy Cancer Center. That's at 1-855-218-LUNG, 855-218-LUNG, and find out more about our lung cancer screening program.
So Jefferson makes the first of two, the second one up and good as well. Lead back to 20, but 8:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Time running out on the Wolves. who are looking for win number 7 in a row here. Drew on a sweet crossover dribble. Into the corner it goes. Williams Jr.'s 3, no good. Emil Jefferson with the rebound. Up ahead for Brown. He'll fire a 3. That's way off the mark.
And not looking like the shot the other night.
And a long pass for Mitchell. He catches along the baseline, but has to try and save it and throws it out of bounds.
The Wolves need to answer some of these stops they've had. That's 2, but no baskets yet. Let's see what happens here on this possession. They need a nice quick 6 or 8-0 run here to kind of put it in their mind that they might be able to come back.
Here's Jefferson, a little behind the back dribble. And he has it taken away. Good hands by Tony Mitchell. Bounce pass up ahead for Wamu. He'll step into the corner, let the 3 go, and splashes the net.
Yeah, it's just one of those nights tonight.
Timeout called. 7:34 to go here in the 4th. The lead is swelled to 23. 107-84. More Wolves basketball after this break.
Here, in this league, we're not okay with strong. We go stronger. We don't settle for fast. We go faster. We don't want next. We want next level. Here, we go all out. Because we're all in. This is our league. And here, we don't go for good. We go for great.
Play NBA G League Fantasy now to win weekly and grand prizes, like a trip to NBA All-Star Weekend for free at NBAGleague.com/fantasy. Follow the latest NBA prospects with the NBA G League app. With custom news feeds, highlights, and more, it's all you need to keep up with the game. Download for free from the App Store.
Well, 7:34 to go here in the 4th. And it was a 51-21 third quarter that the Skyforce just surged from being down 12 to up 18 after that third. And the offensive production continues, an 11-6 margin of victory here so far in the 4th as they kind of picked up right where they left off.
And plain and simple in this league this year, John, we've seen it time and time again. You don't come to play, you're going to get run off the court. If you come to play, it's usually a highly contested game. And you can throw out the win-loss record. It means nothing. And tonight, Skyforce have come to play, other than that middle second quarter to end of the second quarter run by the Wolves, they've taken control of this ball game.
There's Williams. Picked up the dribble. 3 on the shot clock. Brown's going to have to shoot it, and does, and knocks down a nice runner outside the lane.
Anthony with 15 points now in the ball game. Again, the Wolves at Texas tomorrow night.
Tony Mitchell on a stop and pop 3. That one's good. He's just feeling it.
You've seen it too many times, as you said, John. 25 points, kind of. That's what he does when you don't guard him.
Trimble answers on the other end with a 3 ball.
19th point of the ball game for Mello.
21-point lead for Sioux Falls. Wamu freed up. Deep 3, and that one's good.
I remember when they were like 3 for 18 from 3. They're now 13 to 34. And they just been lighting it up here.
Williams lets one go from just inside the arc, no good. Nice rebound by Taylor. And he gives it off for Pryor. Now Mitchell with it. Skyforce in no big hurry here, leading by 24 with almost 6 minutes to go. Mitchell, stop, pop, 3 on the way. That one off the mark, no good. Now Trimble, over to Bryson. Inside it goes for Emil Jefferson. Left-hand layup is good.
Emil's 1 rebound away from another double-double this year. He's had a pretty decent run here in the stretch here, but it's just not enough all around. 18 points, 9 rebounds now for Emil.
Wamu puts it on the floor. Cut off by Brown. He'll shoot the little fadeaway off 1 foot along the baseline. No good. Almost got it to fall.
And that rebound officially gives Emil the double-double, his 10th of the ball game.
Jefferson all the way down the floor. 18-foot jumper. No good.
Kind of going through the motions right now with that offensive set. Emil bringing it down after the rebound and just shooting it from the free throw line. Nobody moving.
Coach Nevada Smith catches that pass from Tony Mitchell. So a turnover by the Skyforce.
Again, join us for more Wolves action throughout the season. Find the schedule and purchase tickets online at iawolves.com. That is iawolves.com.
Mello on a handoff from Patton. Patton gets it back. Now right back to Mello. Mello on a pull-up. 16-foot jumper is good. So at the 5-minute mark here, Tony, Iowa's trailing by 20. Let's take a miraculous comeback here. We've seen it before, though. Once or twice over the years. Oh, nice pass inside for Taylor, and he's fouled from behind and lays it up and in.
It's Williams' 5th foul. He's been playing a lot on the bench tonight because of foul trouble. Not one of Sean Williams' better games, especially on a night where without a couple of players. And Elijah Millsap and Barry Jones needed him a lot more. And tonight, pretty much non-existent because of the foul trouble as Moore gets set to check back in. And Anthony Brown will take a seat here in the last 4:42 probably. Anthony with 15 points and 5 rebounds after that 35 in Fuego performance the other night. The Skyforce definitely made him earn everything he had tonight. It was a tough night for Anthony Brown.
Well, he went from making 10 threes in the last game here to 0 threes here in this ball game. So they certainly watched the tape of the last ball game. Trimble around 2 screens, pulls up, 16-footer, that one good.
I like his game tonight. Mello's been pretty consistent overall. 23 points now to lead the Wolves. Just not enough across the board tonight.
Mitchell standing dribble, drives away around the ball screen, had it taken away, but Jimmy Taylor got it back for him.
Patton knocked it away, but tried dribble control instead of grabbing the ball, and that allowed Skyforce to gain it back.
Mitchell on a fadeaway from 28 feet, no good. Patton with the rebound. Over to Marquise Moore. Moore into the paint. Drops it back for Patton. Williams just inside the arc. Shot no good. And Wamu races down the other way through the wild shot by Wamu, and somehow he just throws it up and it goes in.
What was that? I lost a look. I thought he was throwing it, and all of a sudden it's up on the rim. I'm like, what the heck?
That was a wild shot by Ike Wamu.
You know things are going right when that stuff starts happening. Good night for the Skyforce.
Back pass for Patton. His shot short, no good.
The Wolves probably shot about 33% here in the second half, and the Skyforce probably shooting around that 60% mark for most of the second half, John, and that's the difference in the ball game.
Timeout. We'll step away. 118-95. Skyforce in cruise control against the Wolves. More Wolves basketball after this break.
Luxor Limousines and Coach Buses is the premier transportation company in Des Moines. Luxor offers black car service, Sprinter and passenger vans, limos, and the best luxury and charter buses in Des Moines. Luxor vehicles are suited for various group sizes and any occasion. Check out all the best in upscale luxury transportation online at luxorlimousines.com. Again, that's Luxor with 2 X's, luxorlimousines.com. The Diamond Center is Des Moines' best-kept secret, and they're a proud partner of Iowa Wolves basketball. If you want the best customer experience, then you want the Diamond Center. When together means forever, then it means the Diamond Center. For the finest diamonds, watches, jewelry, and gifts, visit our friends at the Diamond Center at 3420 Merle Hay Road, or look for them online at diamondsmyway.com. Again, that's diamondsmyway.com.
Back here for the final 3:17 here at the Wells Fargo Arena. And Tony, the Iowa winning streak is going to come to an end.
It's bye-bye tonight.
They trail 118-95 with 3:17 to go. And pretty impressive looking stat sheet for Sioux Falls. Leading scorer tonight, Tony Mitchell off the bench. No surprise there. 25 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for Mitchell. How about 20 and 12 out of Rodney Pryor, 22 and 12 out of Jimmy Taylor, and 23 for Ike Wamu. And then you also give 19 to Alonzo G, who I think he kind of tweaked his ankle or something. He's kind of limping around and asked out of the game here. Otherwise, he'd probably be over the 20-point mark as well.
And Larry Drew, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and 9 points. I mean, when you have 4 guys scoring 20 points and 1 with 19, and Drew steps aside and does all the other dirty things for him.
And they tried to lob it up to Wamu, and a turnover. Wes Washman has his shot blocked by Taylor.
Taylor's smiling. I think he's right there. Washman in the land of giants. I think Taylor got the ball. They're saying he came through. Again, the Wolves, January 21st, the Reno Bighorns. That's a Sunday game. Superhero Day featuring Justice Corps of Iowa superheroes. Sweatband giveaway to the first 500 kids. Ordinaro Pizza's meal deal with $60 includes 4 game tickets, 4 slices of pizza, and 4 bottles of soda with advanced purchase only. That's Sunday, January 21st. Reno is our next home game here at the Wells Fargo Arena. That's a 4 o'clock tip on Sunday. Then Wednesday, January 24th, it's Rio Grande Valley and the Vipers in town. Check it all, the information at iawolves.com.
Well, we're not going to get to talk to Coach after the game, but I wonder if the Bulldog went home.
That might be the...
I asked him if he was superstitious at all, but ever since his Bulldog and wife and daughter all made it into town, they were playing some really good basketball as Williams Jr. knocks down a 3-ball. So Wes Washman has it out front. 24-point lead here for the Skyforce. Drops it off for Patton. Patton spins, now fades. Tough shot, no good. Well defended by Taylor. And Williams Jr. into the front court.
This reminds me of the last loss that the Wolves had, 131-108 against Northern Arizona, remember? And that was here. And things just fell apart and never looked good. The second half has been all Skyforce.
Washman bumped, and I think they got Taylor again with the personal foul. Wes will shoot 2 free throws.
This is one of those you kind of throw away the game film, don't you, John? What happened in that third quarter?
Yeah, you want to just, you're hoping you get Perry back and Elijah Millsap back for the showcase. And you just kind of forget about this one.
So I will drop to 11-10. Oklahoma City came into the night at 13-11 in a virtual tie with the Iowa Wolves for the top of the league.
Washman to 10 points here in the ball game. And chance to make it 11, and does.
Sioux Falls will improve to 11-13, and either stay 2.5 back or 2 or 1.5, depending on what Oklahoma City did today.
Wamu lets a 3-ball go. Shot no good. Marquise Moore high up for the rebound and a loose ball foul. And that's going to be Michael Bryson whistle for the personal. So a minute 53 left to play, and Skyforce up 24. The only question here is what the margin of victory will be for Sioux Falls. Boy, that's about as impressive of a quarter of basketball as we've seen all year. 51 points, and Wamu fouled and makes the bucket. Zeke Woodley is checked in, and he picks up the personal.
Give credit to the Skyforce. I mean, they took a couple punches. After an 11-0 lead, the Wolves took off to a 17-point lead, chipped away to 12 by the break, but then they came out in the third quarter, and
they were up 11. Then the Wolves were up 17, and now they're up 27.
And when have you seen the Wolves shoot 6 for 25 from 3 tonight? And they've done that coming out of the break. It's worse than that now. So it's just one of those nights. Give credit to the Skyforce. They played physical, and Iowa didn't find a way to punch it right back here in the second half.
Washman on a pull-up jump shot. Over the century mark for Iowa. The problem is they've given up 126. Wamu picks up the dribble. Now Pryor. And it's going to be a shot blocked along the baseline. That was Jalen Bradley on the shot attempt.
Now, Iowa won at Sioux Falls back on December 17th, 106-99 in their other meeting this season. And Sioux Falls paying it back here at the Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines tonight.
And they say Jalen Bradley stepped on the sideline. So a turnover by the Skyforce will send it the other way. Bryson will trigger in for Iowa. So Iowa trying to minimize the damage here in the final minute and a half. Marquise Moore standing with it on the left wing.
These are tough moments in the game. You just got to play it out.
And that's going to be a foul. And that's going to be another foul on Jimmy Taylor. Is that his 5th personal? That's 6. So Taylor fouls out with 1 minute and 1 second left to go. And
22 points, 12 rebounds, and outstanding effort tonight, really from top to bottom in that group of really 6 players between Tony Mitchell off the bench, Larry Drew, Ike Wamu, Jimmy Taylor, Alonzo G, and Rodney Pryor. Just an outstanding night by all. Other than that second quarter, late first quarter and second quarter, they played outstanding.
Good ball movement. Bryson freed up for a 3. That one, though, no good. Tip in off the mark by Moore, and last touch by Sioux Falls. It'll stay with the Wolves. 14-second shot clock here. 45 seconds showing on the game clock. And a quick timeout. Coach Roth going to practice a dead ball situation here, see if they can't get a good look, and we'll keep it here to 30-second timeout.
Again, Sioux Falls on the 7th. That's day after tomorrow. Agua Caliente, a 5 o'clock start at home before they go to the play Windy City on the 11th, and Raptors 9:05 on the 13th in the NBA G League Showcase. The Iowa Wolves tomorrow night at Texas before they play on January 10th in the Showcase against Canton and January 12th against Grand Rapids. The Iowa Wolves will not be back home until the 21st of January against Reno, the 24th against Rio Grande Valley, and the 27th against Texas. So we wish the Wolves some good luck on the road, and we'll see if they get Elijah Millsap or Perry Jones III back in the next week or so to help bolster this lineup again.
And Bryson out of the dead ball, gets a look at a 3, can't knock it down, and the rebound for Sioux Falls. Wamu stands with it just inside the timeline.
Mel Trimble led the way for the Wolves tonight points-wise with 23. Emil Jefferson another double-double tonight, but it just wasn't enough. Justin Patton, one of his best offensive nights, period, as an Iowa Wolf, with 19 points in the ball game.
Zeke Woodley picks up his 2nd personal foul. So that'll send Ike Wamu to the free throw line. 6'5" guard out of UNLV. He's played well tonight.
Again, there's still some ticket packages available. Go online at iawolves.com for your flex plans and group outing options at iawolves.com.
Wamu made the first of 2 free throws. Second one is up and identical to the first. So the lead 27 here for the Skyforce, 128-101.
Wamu with 28 game-high points.
So maybe one more shot coming from Iowa as they just dribble it out here. About a 1 second differential, Tony, and both of these teams just want to get off the floor. And Washburn drives right down Main Street and lays it up and in. And
15 points for West tonight.
And Wamu will not even have to cross half court. And that's the final buzzer. Well, it looked promising in the second quarter, Tony, and then even as we headed to break, the halftime break, it was a 2-point lead for the Wolves, but dominating 51-21 performance by the Skyforce in the third was too much to overcome for Iowa. And they drop a tough one here at home, 128-103.
One of the differences tonight, usually Iowa's bench against the Skyforce bench is a difference, but tonight Skyforce really didn't use a bench. Their only bench was Mitchell, and that didn't even come into play. And the Skyforce with that outstanding 51-point third quarter, as you said, John, just put this one in the books. The fourth quarter was just everybody kind of playing out the script that was already written by the Skyforce in that third quarter effort.
Well, we won't be back here until January 21st when the Iowa Wolves will take on the Reno Bighorns. Next up for the Iowa Wolves at Texas on January 6th. Then the showcase on the 10th and the 12th. They'll take on Canton and the Grand Rapids Drive, and then a couple road games at South Bay and at Santa Cruz before returning to take on Reno, Rio Grande Valley, and Texas here to round out the 3 home games left here in the month of January. But final score for the final time here at Wells Fargo Arena, 128-103. The Skyforce knock off the Iowa Wolves. Have a good night, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast.